How to improve your self-motivation. That's about like 5 tips or 5 steps that you want to take note of to help improve your self-motivation. Look, man, life could be difficult at times, but when you're in a tough situation where you ain't got nobody to rely on, you got to know how to motivate yourself. You got to know how to trigger yourself in a good sense to do the things you need to do or to get inspired to take action. Self-motivation is so crucial for personal growth, man. Like it plays such a big role in your ability to grow and develop your skills, to just overall develop as a person. It has good benefits for your mental health, to help you spiritually. It's another idea on how to build motivation. First thing is you want to set clear goals, okay? You need to know what type of goal you're trying to hit. Depending on how big the goal is, more likely there's going to take more steps and responsibility. Some goals are going to be a little bit harder than others. It's all no matter how you look at it. What really matters is you need to have a plan. You need to make sure whatever goal that you want to accomplish, you need to know how you're going to get there. I'm talking about just know how to get there and just focus on taking the action, not worrying about how long it's going to take. When you focus on how long something is going to take, it's taking away all of the good things that are taking place in front of you in the present moment. But it takes away from you recognizing the progress that's made. This is what's going to allow you to feel like you're getting closer to your goal. So if I want to open up a business, I'm just going to do a basic research on the importance of an LLC, what type of business I want to get into. Maybe I need to research that field. Once you build steps, it's going to make it easier for you to stay motivated because you're spending more time focused on taking action versus being distracted. You're not making any progress when you're distracted. That's where the lack of focus and all that stuff is. Another good thing you can do is that whatever goal you're trying to hit, break it down into smaller steps. When you break it down into smaller steps, it makes it easy for you to take action on it. That way you're not going to be overwhelmed by the size of it. A lot of times when a goal is really big, it's easy to get overwhelmed with the size of it. And this contributes to why people procrastinate because they don't have a path on how to tackle the big goal. Create a routine. You need to find a way to have a routine, create a system. When you have like a routine or a system set in place, it's going to make it easier for you to stay motivated because everything is going to be laid out in front of you, just like brushing your teeth. It's going to be automatic. What this does is that it takes away the thinking. It makes it easier for you to stay consistent and it gives your brain a rest. A lot of times we get burned out because we don't give our brain a rest. We don't give ourselves time to relax. When it comes to trying to accomplish goals or get something done, we have a tendency to overwhelm ourselves. We'd be trying to do too many things at once instead of just breaking it down to small actionable steps and then finding a routine that's going to help you do it. There was a time frame in my job where I kept showing up about 5 to 10 minutes late, and I was trying to figure out what is it that I'm doing that's causing me to show up late to work. What I did was that I started prepping my clothes the night before. Days when I have off work, I prep at least 6, 7 shirts, because my job has a color scheme. I could wear different shirts as long as it fits a color scheme. So I got multiple uniforms. But the problem was the way I was raised to iron your work clothes. I was raised to look nice and look presentable. You ain't gonna never catch me showing up to work with a wrinkled shirt. You're not. But because I kept running into shirts that were wrinkled, because, it's a little bit of perfectionism. I can own it. I'm not perfect. Because of that reasoning, I never wanted to show up to work with a wrinkled shirt. I always look crisp. I always look presentable. I was just raised that how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're taking care of yourself in one area, it's going to slowly build into the other areas. You do one thing is how you do everything. You want to try your best to be on point, not perfect, but be on point. You're capable. Once I started prepping my clothes the night before, that shaved about 15 to 20 minutes off my time in the morning. This ended up allowing me to leave my space and get to work on time because it was rough for me there. That's also the holiday season too. But the point is that you got to be able to break stuff down. Once you break stuff down, you can identify what's triggering it. You can identify what's causing you to fall off in the first place. When you create an environment that's positive and uplifting, whenever you get in a rough spot mentally, whenever you're feeling unmotivated, it helps lift you up. Sometimes those good positive messages could be the one message that you need. Right here, my poster, it says hustle for your future. It's another visual form of motivation for me. That one says family, friends, smile, space, happy. We're humans, you know what I'm saying? Our body responds off of stimuli. And when you're talking about when your eyes are looking at things and interpreting messages, in short, it doesn't hurt to see a good message, A picture can mean 1,000 words. When you have a pick-me-up environment, it's going to make it easier for you to stay motivated. And every once in a while, don't be afraid to offer some advice. If someone comes up to you asking for suggestions or advice on something, don't be hesitant. And sometimes we may not give the best advice, but you don't know if you're going to get the best advice until you had your fair share of mistakes and hiccups. Sometimes the best advice comes from somebody that's experienced and seasoned. And I'm aware that's not always the case, but we're not here to debate that. Download some positive affirmation wallpapers. Put a picture of your dream car on your phone as a wallpaper or maybe on your desktop. Just whatever it is, make sure you find ways to have an uplifting environment, present. I don't know, man, it's crazy. It's just people don't realize how much easier your life can be when you understand these things. It's not so much about living a perfect life. It's not so much about always being positive. It's about enjoying life and its ups and downs, but practicing a mindset of like neutrality. You want to be at balance. Fourth thing is learn when to give yourself props. Look, man, if you go hard for 2 days and you fall off and you get back on track, that is okay. What matters is that you get back on track. Made a mistake at work? Okay, it's all good. I had the experience to not make that mistake again. I'm taking accountability. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking accountability for my actions. Give yourself props for that. There's a lot of people out here that can't be honest, let alone honest with themselves. And the fact that you can do that, that's a good thing. Amount of clarity that you bring into your life, because not only you can be honest with others, but you can be honest with yourself. It's a good self-care honesty. It's loving, it's mature, it's uplifting, it's grounded. I'm not talking about self-depreciating humor. Like, yeah, you got some celebrities that are good at that, but you gotta understand that's like, they don't innately feel that way, but it's also just a natural way for them to express themselves without being weird about it. People, I feel like, people oftentimes want to express themselves in a form of art, but it's just a matter of what art that they're using, whether that be music. Maybe you like cooking, maybe you like recording, maybe you enjoy being a parent. Like everybody has their own level of art that they can express. They just have to find how to express it. Shit, that ain't that what life is? Life is to experience, man. Like maybe that's just me. Now, the last thing that has a bad connotation to it, but it's just simply being accountable. I talk about this a lot, but you got to be able to hold yourself accountable, okay? Nobody's going to do the work for you. You know what I mean? If you're not showing up for yourself, if you're not doing the deep work, if you're not hitting the gym, if you're not making a constant investment to improve the quality of your life, you can't get mad when things don't work out. I watched a video the other day, man. Dude talked about, just imagine if you had everything you wanted at the snap of your fingers. Notice how temporary that feeling would be. There's no excitement because you didn't have to work for it. You worked all them long, hard hours and you finally passed this class. You've been working so hard, you finally got that degree or got your dream house. Like those feelings, it just makes the end goal feel just that much sweeter when you learn to appreciate the progress to get there. But if you're only focusing on the outcome, not doing a delayed gratification, you know what I'm saying, let alone being accountable, you ain't gonna never have the type of life that you're deserving of. You're just not. That is a tough pill to swallow, and everybody gets dealt their own version of cards, but it's a matter how you play with the hand that's dealt to you. Everybody is unique and gifted in their own way. It's just a matter of them to find it in themselves to express it. My bad, I didn't mean to get that deep there. But step one, you want to set clear goals. You want to have an idea of what it is that you want to accomplish. What's something that you want? Do you want a new car? Do you want more money? Like, you need to identify what it is. Secondly, create a routine. Build a system that's going to allow you to stay and be consistent. For example, is prepping your clothes like the night before, as I mentioned earlier. That way you have more time in the morning to do more solitude, more mindfulness, or even just enjoy like your favorite TV show or something. Like some mornings I used to watch anime before I go to work, like a whole hour and a half before work. I need to get back on top of it. I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen for a minute. Third thing, build a positive environment. And make sure you have things in your environment, whether it's on your phone, whether it's a bumper sticker on your car, in your space, or something positive, something uplifting. Just make sure it's a visual imagery of something that brings you joy. Reward yourself for your progress. Know when to give yourself props. If you went hard for a solid week, or if you just had a shift one time where you didn't have to cuss nobody out, give yourself props. I'm being for real. Everybody's situation is different. As long as you get the outcome that you're working towards, which is the good one, having a good day, whatever it is, give yourself props. And last but not least, staying accountable. You got to be able to hold yourself accountable. Ain't nobody going to do the work for you, okay? That goal that you want, the house, that dream body, the money, it ain't going to get there by just thinking about it. It's going to get there with action, discipline action. That's what accountability is all about, fam. It's about discipline and action. That's all accountability is about. If you maintain the video, thank you so much. If anything resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned to my podcast. I'm releasing it sometime this week. and I'm just working on uploading more videos, being consistent. I'm doing good with the shorts. We're at 110 subscribers right now, so shout out to everybody. Welcome to the community. The next goal is, I want to say by mid-February, let's hit 250. If y'all could do me a favor, man, let me know if you're one of my original subscribers. Let me know, why did you subscribe to my channel? You know, is there a particular video? I'm just trying to get more ideas and tailor it to y'all to still give y'all some more content or advice or anything like that. But shout out to everybody from other social media. Shout out to my folks from TikTok, Instagram. But yeah, man, it's your boy Steve. Y'all stay tuned. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.